What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the HelpCoin homepage for your crypto recovery. I'm your host, Winkle. Hopefully having a great day. Picking day here in the US time will let you know. What's going to happen in the American markets? Is the economy going to get better, or are we going to see more bugs that cause ulcers? But there was a lot to talk about in this show. We're going to look at the Bitcoin chart. However, Bitcoins could go down in price, which we talked about briefly in the morning video. Today, we'll talk about the RLUSD and how the elections might affect Bitcoin price in. After that, we'll end this. A do-it plan is a good idea. Let's raise the price of an XR piece above $1. This is going to happen, promise. In 2025, XRP will finally be worth more than $1, so you can take a seat and relax. Let's start with Bitcoin 68,836. There's been no change in the price in the last 24 hours, with Theory coming in at 2440. It is currently down 1.9%, with USDT and USDC both trading at 99 cents and XRP trading at a median low of 50 cents. The total market cap for all cryptocurrencies is now $2.13 billion. What's the next step? I'll tell you right now before the day is over, that we can find out and know that I buy quant a lot of the time. I talk about quant on the live shows, and every Monday I buy quant. I'm not hiding anything. Let me tell you what I'm going to do after I finish shopping for quant. Let's talk about my buck value average, which is currently somewhere between $73 and $75. I know that quant is in the top $50, but Gilbert Verdeen was able to post from the quant subreddit, and he stressed a few things here. He says that this shows their commitment to company adoption over network-driven token hype. I like that you made it clear that quant is now an application coin and not an investment. Just customers to align with their long-term goal or sell up and go somewhere else. He made some very exciting and ambitious claims. Let's see what kind of results it has at the venture. I think we should know about its application token, because if there is an application, the price will go up. But no matter what, the quant will go up. The question is whether we'll see a $1,000 quant or whether we'll just go back to the all-time high of $400. The market is rising. As I like to say, everything will go up. First Bitcoin, then Binance, and finally CZ. Binance bet on what they could be going after the SEC. Again, lawyers for Binance and former CZR have asked the court to throw out the latest changes it made. The review of the case is easy to make. It says that the CC's current position is still that most crypto trades and resales on secondary markets are treated as securities. Yes, because some buyers hope that the price will go up. Is the SEC being too nice here, parents? We're about to find out. It's right to have CZ back. Often he was one of the good ones for crypto. He generally spoke up and told you what he saw, the good, the bad, and the ugly. He didn't care. He told you the truth that the right Bitcoin breaking goal was between 102 and 110,000. How do we get there? Well, I think Bitcoin is about to go down. I think it will be easy to ride it out. For the next 3 days and a week, we need to keep 6600000 in mind. I don't need to look. Bitcoin broke through the 66. We had the goal around about 65 issues down near the bottom of it. We don't want to see what happens. We need to look at the next step and the chaos that comes after it. And a little pump could happen from here, depending on how the elections go. Real Crypto, he was given the same area. He said, remember that the HDF has 8 areas between 65 and 69000000. That means we're still in it. And yes, as you said, we will see less interest and demand at that level based on the wicks. This is his chart. Besides that, he wants us to break out and set another all-time high on Bitcoin. Pay attention, I talked about this in the first movie. Anyone is very bullish. I think that if Trump wins the election today, everyone will be even more optimistic than they are now. That happens once in a while. It's not good for crypto, because when we see everyone getting positive and people starting to sell their longs, we know what will happen. They get rid of everyone and lower the price. I secretly wonder what will happen if we don't get that escape. Once Bitcoin prices rise above 74K, we may see a small drop before the next stratospheric rise. After that, we get this, everyone will hear about RLUSD. It's finally reached this really big area where everyone is worried, big players, small players, and everyone in between. The big banks and other organizations, the little banks look at news on NBC says that Ripple will release its stable coin by the end of the year. That's exciting, because remember that Ripple also wanted to start it. That was going to be the main claim. Not getting the approval they needed in time to release it is what they're thinking about. They hope to get the approval in the next 60 days, after which they can release their metal coin. Las Vegas, pay attention. This is the biggest fintech event of the year, where the biggest people and bills talk about what's next for the business. This year, everyone is thinking about stable cash, a type of cryptocurrency whose value is tied to the value of a real global asset that has become truly associated with the US, digital dollar. What do you think is really exciting at this cash? Everyone is talking about fintech this year, and some people are even getting into the strong coin business and marketplace. The goal is to combine finance and technology. Then it got to this clearly big point where everyone is playing both big and small. This is going to be the first year where stable cash really settle more than Visa, which is crazy to think about. As for solid coins and crypto in general, why have you grown so much bigger than most people realize? We still see a lot of people like this when you talk about how big the stable coin market has become and how big crypto has become. You let them know 600 million people are using crypto in their heads at the same time. As of last week, Stripe announced that it wants to buy stablecoin infrastructure employer for $1.1 billion. This is a deal that many say is meant to help the $70 billion fintech big diversified sport facilitating bills, but right now Visa and MasterCard are the most popular. They also worry about having to pay a fee to a payment provider like Stripe for each transaction. But with stablecoins, transactions can cost much less than a penny and show up right away. Some big names in business have been paying attention to this crypto price train as it gains speed. Earlier this month, Visa announced VTAP, or the Visa Tokenized Asset Platform, which makes it easier for banks to release their own stablecoins.